I'm in here in Hardee's. I just ordered their $5.99 bag. You can choose double cheeseburger, chicken tender wrap, hot ham and cheese. Any two of those, any combination. I got a tender wrap, a double cheeseburger, a fry, and a drink. Which I guess is small, but it's actually like a McDonald's medium size. Same for the fries. I guess it's a small, but it's pretty decent sized. So $5.99, you get all of this. We're gonna try it and come back and give you our thoughts on the Hardee's Big Bag, or just Hardee's Bag, whatever it's called. All right, I'll keep this simple. The $5.99, what exactly do they call it? I don't see it on the window. I think it's just called the $5.99 bag. Again, there's the double cheeseburger, which is 2 patties, 2 pieces of cheese, mustard and ketchup, and pickles and onions. And then there's the chicken tender wrap, which is just a single Hardee's chicken tender. And you can do several flavors, ranch, honey mustard, and there was a couple others. I went with the honey mustard. It's just a single chicken tender on a flour tortilla with a little bit of lettuce and a little bit of shredded cheese. And then whatever sauce you picked. Then there's the hot ham and cheese, which has been many years since I've had one. I remember it being very basic. It probably needs some mayo or something on it. I think that was always my problem growing up, is I just got it as it came, and it's just like sandwich ham and melted, I think, Swiss cheese on a bun. So it'd probably be okay with some mayo or something added. And I think those are the 3 choices. I think the jumbo hot dog used to be an option, but I didn't see it listed. But you can double up. Like if you want 2 double cheeseburgers, you can do that, you know, whatever. But it also comes with, I assume it's a small fry, but you saw mine. I would say it's like a McDonald's medium fry. It's definitely more than a small, you know, compared to some other places. And then what I assume is a small drink, but again, it's easily the size of a McDonald's medium. So I don't know, maybe it is a medium at Hardee's, but it's a pretty good sized cup. I mean, you saw it. It's not like the Wendy's Biggie Bag used to come with a tiny little drink. Now it's a small. It's not like that. It's a pretty good size, decent sized drink. So yeah, fries, drink, and then any 2 of the sandwiches I mentioned, in any combination for $5.99. Surely based on value, actually gotta say, I can't believe it, because except for breakfast, I've not considered Hardee's an even decent value for many years. In fact, now, I live in the South, I'm a big boy, I love Hardee's breakfast. Their country fried steak biscuit and their biscuit and gravy are the best. Those 2 specific items are the best of anywhere I know. And I'm even including sit-down restaurants, especially the country fried steak biscuit. I tried getting the country fried steak biscuit from several like little mom and pop type places, and I hate to say it, they're not as good as Hardee's. Now that's in our area where they seem to all kind of do it right as far as breakfast. I'm sure in other areas Hardee's is not as good maybe for breakfast. I don't know. Here, the only people that can give them a run for their money is Bojangles, who probably overall has more items I like for breakfast, but the steak biscuit and the biscuit and gravy at Hardee's I think is impossible to beat. But I didn't get breakfast. I kind of wish I did, if I'm being honest, because they serve it until noon now. And they got the 2 for $5 mix and match where you can get those 2 items I just mentioned. But I saw the bag, I'm like, I'll go and go with that. But so as far as sheer value, I can't believe I'm saying this for a Hardee's lunch or dinner option, but I think it's a better value than the Wendy's Big Bag or the McDonald's $5 meal deal. Because the Wendy's one comes with a small sandwich, and if you get their double stack, which is very similar to the double cheeseburger here at Hardee's, it's actually $6, so it's the same price. So $6 for the biggie bag with the double stack, a small fry, a 4-piece nugget, and a small drink. I personally think getting 2 of the double cheeseburgers is a lot better deal than getting 1 double cheeseburger and 4 nuggets. And you can do that here at Hardee's. Like I said, or you can do the ham and cheese or the chicken tender wrap. But as far as if I was really hungry, as far as sheer value, getting 2 of the double cheeseburgers and the fries and drink for $5.99 is a better deal than the $6 double stack biggie bag. Okay, well, what about McDonald's? It's $5, so it's $1 cheaper. You get 1 double cheeseburger, or sorry, 1 McDouble, which the McDouble is kind of its own thing. It's, you know, if you're craving one, it's its own thing. But the McDouble, I feel like, is slightly smaller than the double cheeseburger at Hardee's. It's comparable, but I feel like you're getting slightly less meat there. It's very similar otherwise. And then a 4-piece nugget, small fry, small drink. Well, again, I feel like the fries you get here are bigger. I feel like the drink you get here is bigger at Hardee's. And you can get 2 of the double cheeseburgers. So I would say it's comparable to McDonald's because, again, McDonald's meal deal is only $5 right now. But Hardee's is at least as good of a deal for the amount of food you can get for $5.99. I would say the only better, like, burger deal out there right now in fast food, well, is anything at Cookout. But Cookout is very regional. You probably don't have any near you unless you live somewhere surrounding the Carolinas. North Carolina, I feel like probably is where it started. In fact, I'm pretty positive. Like, I think it's like Lincolnton, North Carolina. It's pretty, you know, not very far away. They might be some in other states. Cookout is just the best. The Cookout tray blows away this or McDonald's or Wendy's, but it's so regional. Of the big boys, I feel like the Hardee's $5.99 bag might be the best deal as far as the amount of food you can get. But what about the quality? Okay. Well, the drink's the drink. They've actually got good tea. That's what I had. When it's fresh, Hardee's got pretty good tea. Bojangles is the best, again, in our area. Bojangles is the best fast food sweet tea because it actually tastes like tea. It's strong. It's brewed longer. They say they steep it differently. I don't know. But it does have a stronger tea flavor, and I love that. But Hardee's is pretty good. Hardee's is pretty good tea when it's fresh. The fries. These are the best Hardee's fries. Now, I do not get Hardee's very often, except at breakfast time. Like, not often at all. But these are the best Hardee's fries I think I've ever had. You saw in the video, they had like this brown sprinkle on them. I don't know. Comment below if you know what that is. I've seen it before. Is it like just a flavor enhancer? I don't know. They were very salty, but they weren't like Cajun or anything like that. I don't know, whatever it was, I think it gave them a better flavor. They were very salty, they were crunchy, but they're also potato-y, which I like French fry to still have a potato-y flavor, which is why McDonald's will probably never be my favorite fry. Because I think they taste like McDonald's, but they don't really taste like potatoes, if that makes sense. These were good. These were good fries. In the realm of fast food fries, I'm always going to lead towards the ones that have like a Cajun seasoning, like Bojangles, or like Checkers fries with that coating. But as far as your kind of basic fries, these are some of the best I've had in a while, honestly. So if that's how they always are now, then kudos to Hardee's. The chicken tender wrap, Hardee's chicken tenders, I slept on them until like last year when I finally got some. They're good. For burger joint tenders, they're unmatched. I mean, I still think Zaxby's and Chick-fil-A's are better. But for a burger joint fast food place, Hardee's are by far the best. Like, it's not even close. Good tenders. The problem is with the wrap, you only get 1 tender. A little bit of lettuce, a little bit of cheese, and then whatever sauce you picked. Nothing on it tasted bad. In fact, it was good. Because their chicken tenders are good. Their honey mustard is actually pretty good. The tortilla is what it is. It was fine, not stale. But you only get 1 tender. And Hardee's, I believe, actually, they claim they're hand-breaded chicken tenders, all white meat. And I think it's true because they come in different shapes and sizes, as food does. You know, that's a good thing. But when you get it on a wrap and you only get 1, my particular tender was one of the shorter, fatter ones. And so I had like 2 big bites with nothing but shell and lettuce and cheese and sauce. Not terrible, but I had no chicken and 2 big bites. And it's a small wrap, so that's, you know, probably at least a fourth, if not closer to a third of my wrap didn't have chicken. But it was good for what it was. But as far as value, you're better off going with 2 of the double cheeseburgers because it is a small wrap. But it was good for what it was. I would rather have like a full-size one with maybe 2 tenders in it, but you know. The burger. So here's the thing. I've actually, just for the first time in probably 5 to 10 years, had a Hardee's double cheeseburger just a few weeks ago, and it was pretty good. It's the most similar. It doesn't taste like a McDouble. Nothing else does, really, for better and worse. It was similar to the double stack from Wendy's, but most similar to the double cheeseburger from Burger King, because Hardee's does flame broiled. I didn't like it as much as the last time I had a double cheeseburger from Burger King, because Burger King just has that flame broiled flavor. Is just, they have it down, you know. But it was similar to that. It was pretty good for what it was. You know, it's a value-focused burger. It's not their most premium meat, whatever that is now. I guess they still have, they don't call them thick burgers anymore, but I guess they just do still have some burgers that say 100% Angus, that, whatever that means, they are higher quality than their value burgers. But for a value burger, I think their double cheeseburger, if nothing else, it tastes more like a burger you get at a cookout, like a family cookout. It tastes more like a real burger than some other places. It's pretty good for what it is. Not like mind-blowing, but pretty good. However, I will have to say, the one I got today was burnt to a crisp. I don't mean it was well done. I mean, it was, all the moisture was gone. They simply grilled it, flame broiled it, whatever, for way too long. That's a human error. I do know the double cheeseburger at Hardee's is pretty decent when it's not burnt to a crisp. But if I were going to just go on what I had today, I would have to give the burger a very negative review, honestly. But one thing I appreciate about Hardee's, and it works for the good and the bad, is unlike McDonald's, where everything feels mechanized. I mean, it is scary how much McDonald's always tastes like McDonald's. I'm actually going to do a video soon. Again, despite leaving Hardee's right now. I'm trying to be less flippant about just picking up fast food whenever. But there is a McDonald's a few hundred feet from where I work. And I have to drive right past it every single time I go home from work. And they're now open 24 hours, so I work third shift. Besides some gas stations, there's nothing. Even Walmart's not open past like 11 now or something like that, 11 p.m. So working third shift, McDonald's in one hand is a godsend. But I've also got to where I was eating it so much, I got tired of everything at McDonald's tasting exactly the same every single time. Like after a while, it starts to not seem like real food. I appreciate that Hardee's has a little bit of a human element in there. And sometimes it's just better than others. You have to accept that. But unfortunately, that means sometimes they're going to leave your burger on the grill or whatever for way too long. And it's going to come out to where you can't even swallow it unless you smother it in ketchup. I was dipping my burger in ketchup like it was a chicken nugget. Just to get it down. So that, however, is human error. Their double cheeseburger is pretty decent for what it is. Last time I had it, this one was just burnt to a crisp. So taking out the fact that clearly they messed up, and I waited honestly way too long for my food for how many people were in there. So I think they literally did just leave my burger on the grill and forgot to get it off. They should have made a new one, but that's, again, it's human error. I'm going to review this knowing that the burger's not always going to be burnt to a crisp. Value-wise, I think this is a smash deal, unless you don't like burgers, because the chicken tender's small. The hot ham and cheese, I mean, maybe I'll try it again, but years and years ago, it wasn't anything to write home about. But if you like burgers, honestly, this is a really good deal from Hardee's, which is pretty amazing. That Hardee's has that good of a deal. Yeah, $6 for 2 decent-sized double cheeseburgers, fries, and a drink is a pretty good deal. As far as a rating, it's hard not to think about my dry burger. Assuming the burger wasn't so overcooked, I probably have to give this deal a solid 7. Because the food is still just okay. Like, I love Hardee's for breakfast, less so for lunch. But there's no mistaking, these are the value-centered items. This isn't their 100% Angus beef burger, you know. That probably would be a lot more juicy. So I got to be realistic. It's not above a 7. But it does get a 7 because it is a good value, a legitimately good value. It'll fill a gut. It doesn't taste bad. And it's $5.99 in 2025. I was about to say 2024. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Cardboard Cave approved. You know what you're going in for, you know. Just like with the Wendy's Biggie Bag or the McDonald's meal deal, you're not getting their most premium offering. But it's quite a bit of food for a good price. So Hardee's gets an approval from me for a lunch item, which is saying something. But yeah, thanks for checking out the Cardboard Cave. Let me know, have you had the hot ham and cheese recently? I've not had one in so many years. Is it decent? Is it not worth eating? What do you think about their double cheeseburgers? Because the one I had before this I thought was pretty good. Very similar to Burger King, but I don't think maybe quite as good. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for checking out the Cardboard Cave.